Any wins in the last couple of weeks? You can raise your hand. You can use the chat. You can use the Q&A.
Yeah. Do you guys find something that you're like super stuck on that you need help on? No way.
Oh, just excited to see how you handle first touch conversations.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's always the biggest, is getting over that hurdle for yourself, and really all I can guide you guys on is do your best to just treat it as a conversation. Don't worry about the outcome. It's just a genuine conversation. So if all your questions don't get asked or answered, that's okay. Right? We're just having a nice conversation with someone, learning a little bit about them, making sure they're set up good, and then we're obviously following up with them anyway, right?
Exactly. I think, hey, I don't know, Jadel, if you can just chat, but Jadel is our newer agent that just got licensed maybe 3 weeks ago. He's doing a great job with scripting and on his calling. So I think the most important thing is A, be yourself, and number 2 is know your script and know how the conversation flows. Jadel, can we hear you, or you can't? If you can't talk, just put in the group. But I think it'd be nice because you're literally a fresh agent, and I know people know how I do it, but since you're already here on the panel, it'd be nice to just hear from you, because there are people on here that are probably in your scenario or just newer to this type of lead gen.
Mm-hmm. Putting her on the spot.
No, it's okay. Yeah, what's up, guys? Good morning.
Hey, Jadel.
Yeah.
So Jadel, from what? Sorry, Crystal asked, "How are you doing?" I'm just jumping right into it.
I'm doing very good, Crystal. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well, thank you. Doing well.
That's awesome. So, Jadel, let's talk about when you first started the lead gen. When we started getting you on board on that, how were you feeling, and what were you thinking?
I was nervous. I felt like when I was making calls, I was gonna get Scream on the other end going "Waza" or something. Like just very tough because you don't know how the conversation is gonna go. And although I was scripting and kind of learning what to ask and like what to be prepared for, it's tough because everyone's different and you don't know what you're gonna catch someone, like what position they're in, whether they're at work or if they're gonna rush you off the phone or if they're even willing to have a conversation about purchasing or selling your home. But now it's just become a lot easier because I'm just more comfortable with myself. I'm not calling with the purpose to have a transaction. I'm calling to get to know you, to see if you need guidance, if you need help, if you need aid. My baby's about to start crying in the background here, but it's just become a lot more relationship based, and I think that's the key to success. Because since I've stopped looking at it as a transaction, like I'm here to give you a service, it's just much easier. It's more natural, and now people are opening up to me a lot more, and my leads are turning into hot leads, and
what do you think helped you?
Clients. What helped me most? Scripting for sure, understanding the purpose of my call, but just being myself, I would say. Being myself.
Perfect. So now, like from week 1 to week 3 into it, how are you feeling mindset wise? From, I know you already kind of answered it, but like, how are you feeling when you are making those calls now compared to like just 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago?
A lot more at ease. I go into my calls with a lot more confidence. I just feel more natural. Like nice. I said, I'm not going into the calls looking at it as a transaction. I'm going into it looking to get to know someone, to see if I can actually be of service to them, if I can help them. Not just like this desperation of, oh, I'm a new agent and I need to get my first deal and I need a client. Like not so crazy, just relaxed and treating everyone like they're humans, like just having conversations.
Totally. And I don't know if you guys ever will see Kayla on here, but Kayla is on my team as well, and she is phenomenal. And she's like 6 months into it. So, the reason why I wanted Jadel to come on here so you guys could see the progress, because I think exactly where newer agents or newer or agents that are having this as a newer experience for their lead gen, this is kind of where Jadelle is. And like, you know, I mean, you guys get to see where I am, but like I've been doing this for so long that it's super easy. But if you ever get to see Kayla, you'll see her like, you know, Jadelle, how did you feel about Kayla? Like when you got to listen to her calls, because Jadel's lucky. He gets to listen to the master and then the protege. So he gets all of that sauce.
Yeah, I would say Kayla's she's amazing, you know. She's obviously learned from one of the best, and her calls are very they're very Kayla, you know. And she makes it happen. It's natural. She knows
For
what
sure.
questions to ask, and it just flows so easily. I was actually shocked the first time I sat next to her and listened to her make a call, because I was coming into it like a little sour from the calls that I had made, and just kind of getting, you know, the quick hang up. And the first call I ever heard her make turned into a very hot lead, actually, that one house on Crombie there in Bowmanville. So, or the listing. So really great call. But yeah, like I said, very natural, and just yeah, just perfect, just
Totally.
spot on, I would say.
Totally. Well, I know you guys got to listen to us. So, Jadelle, we thank you for coming on here and giving your experience and shining a little bit of light. But while we're waiting for Mario, because I know a lot of people are, you know, want to hear me call, I can just start firing off some calls just to kind of showcase what's happening and, you know, what you guys are probably going through.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. So
Perfect.
I'm at my office now. So I think that my Wi-Fi won't be bad. Right. I'm just going to use this as my desktop here just because it's hard for me.
Sure.
I think if I blur it, I'm a little scared. So this is what I listen to when I'm making my calls, guys. So put you at ease. I'm going to just call. Let's see if you guys can hear. Hold on. I have to share my sound, right? Sorry. I just need to learn how to share. How do I share my sound again? Oh, I can't hear you. Sorry. I don't know what happened here.
Sorry, I muted myself. Yeah, and there should be that more option where you can share sound.
Okay, share screen. Share computer sound. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, let's try to get this going.
Can't hear it though.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was ringing.
It just says initializing when I try to go on the call here, and the green thing doesn't load. Why do I always have the most problems? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Okay, let's try this again. Just gonna log out and log in. If not, I'll just call my phone like I used to anyways, but I was just trying to hope that things would be a little easier right now. When it says initializing, what does that mean? Just like it's not loading?
It's like it's supposed to load, yeah. So I'm not sure if you might have to reboot your Chrome or whatever you're using.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah, sometimes it just is like it's hooked on there for whatever reason. It could be cached, so you could always try opening your CRM in an incognito window as well.
So I'll just do new private. Okay, let's try this. Sorry, guys. Okay, perfect. It worked. You guys can hear the call?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, you got Bev and Tony. We're not able to take your call right now. Leave a name and number. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.
Hey, Tony, hope you're doing well. It's Nick Moretti giving you a shout. Just want to call and introduce myself and thank you for coming on to MorettiRealEstate.com. Just want to make sure that you were able to set up your user experience well, like your criteria and what you're looking for. I see you set yourself up in Clarington. Give me a shout back at 416-559-5301. Feel free to call or text me. This is my direct number. I'd be happy to give you a little bit more information about the Clarington region and what you're looking for. But other than that, take care and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye. I leave voicemails. I do get calls back, so that's why I leave it. But yeah. Sorry, just going down my list here. Let's call this person. So you guys heard that one okay, right?
Yes, I keep muting myself just in case I have background noise that pops up.
Oh, device disconnected. Should I call one more time? Okay, this number doesn't work. So it's really important to like mark your numbers and stuff, guys, because if you put in invalid, anytime that they go on the website, they have to put a pin so you've got the right number. Okay. So this is hard when their name is C because I have
T1. The number you
I'm getting like the most. See, I get the same problem you guys get, so don't worry.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice messaging system. 64754273220 is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Hey Anthony, hope you're doing well. It's Nick Moretti giving you a shout. Just want to give you a shout regarding 6 Thornberry. The house has sold. I've been trying to get a hold of you just to give you some more information as you requested. But my number is 416-559-5301. I'd be happy to give you more information about that listing as well too. So feel free to call me or text me as this is my direct number, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. So yeah, not really getting the best calls right now, but there will be one This person I already had a conversation for, so let's see if she sees anything.
Hello?
Hey Terry, how are you?
Who's
It's
it?
actually,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no problem. It's actually just Nick Moretti calling. We spoke about a week ago, just regarding you
Yeah.
came onto our website, and I was just introducing myself. How was your long weekend?
It was good, but I'm at work right now, so if I'm interested, I'll give you a call
Yeah,
back.
sounds good.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye. So clearly she was not really friendly, but it happens.
They all can't be butterflies and rainbows, that's for sure.
But watch, when I send her something that she likes, watch how fast she'll come give me the time of day. It's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
Spoke to So I'm just texting my notes. So I just said, spoke to Terry. She was at work, follow up, wanted to get off the phone,
Mm-hmm.
just so you
Yeah.
kind of have a good idea of just what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you go into it, you already have an idea. So this is a good one. I'll try giving her a shout. So she unsubscribed because she's not in the market for a house. So maybe she's not ready to look yet, or stuff like that. So I'll give her a shout. This could be a really bad call or a really good call. So we'll roll the wheel right now.
Hello.
Hey Kim, how you doing? How you?
Okay, who's calling?
Yeah, no worries. It's actually just Nick Moretti giving you a shout. I was just giving you a shout just because I know that you came onto our website on MorettiRealEstate.com, and I realized that you unsubscribed just because you were saying that you're not in the market for a house, which, hey, I totally understand. But most people who do unsubscribe, sometimes they are just getting information about an
Sorry,
area.
I can't really hear what you're saying. It's not coming through very clearly.
Oh, okay.
Can you say that again?
Sorry, my apologies. I was just saying that I know that I saw that you came onto our website and then you unsubscribed because you're not looking for a house right now. But I noticed that a lot of people are just looking for information. So I was just calling just to connect with you and introduce myself, just to see how, what you're kind of looking for. Maybe, you're looking for a house in the next
No,
1 or
we're
2
not.
years.
We've actually just moved already, so we're not looking for any new home there.
Yeah, okay. Are you
Right
looking
now, I
at
think.
like a certain area at all? Like that you might want to go potentially in 5
No,
years?
we've just moved.
Oh, okay,
We've
cool.
just moved into a new home,
Okay,
so
cool.
we're not thinking of moving again.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Okay.
That's
Thanks.
awesome, Kim. Well, I hope
Okay,
you have a
thank
great day.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Like I said, it went really well, really bad, right? So,
You guys who have sold listings, if they're gonna willing to give you the time of day, is you could always offer them the sold listings for any of those who have feeds that include that.
yeah, she was definitely not getting that. She did not want any of that. But yeah, I know what you mean exactly.
Mm-hmm. Some people sound or appear to be a little bit more willing to talk to you than others, that's for sure.
For sure. Okay. Let's take a look here. Sorry, guys. Sure, I'm just going down my list here. Yeah. This was a good lead of that came in. So let's see how this goes.
Hello, you've reached Robin. Please leave a message. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Robin, it's actually Nick Moretti giving you a shout. I hope you had a great long weekend. I was just calling just to see how that updated list of homes are. I know that you sent me a little bit of what you're looking for. So I've been sending you a list that showcases homes that you do want to see. Just want to get your feedback on if you've seen anything that you like or if you had any questions about a listing. I'd be happy to help you out and give you some more information. My direct number is 416-559-5301, and I look forward to hearing from you. Feel free to call or text me back, whichever is easier. Take care and have a great day. No, I'm okay, thank you. So obviously I'm not getting the greatest luck today, but it happens. Hannah, let's see. This is another person that just unsubscribed, so let's just, I'd rather do the harder calls just to showcase what I go through with you guys, right?
Good morning, this is Corey.
Hey Corey, is Rohanna available?
I'm sorry?
Rohanna? I guess I got the wrong number.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. Bye.
Bye.
I'll call this one here.
You have reached the voicemail box of 41673255573. Sorry, there's no more room to record.
Okay.
Well, hello there. Goodbye.
After leaving.
That was hilarious.
Freddie is asking what your conversion rate has been like this year so far with Agent Locator.
So this year I haven't been doing so many calls because I have Jadelle and Kayla. So they've been converting, like Kayla's been converting a lot. I convert some of them, like some of our deals so far this year. I think we've had about 7 so far that were from Agent Locator, maybe 8.
Okay.
So yeah. So it's hard to know because I'm giving out my leads so much, and as Jadel's newer, he's learning on those phone calls. So it's probably a little bit less. But me myself, when I was doing it, I was between 1% to 3%. maybe a little bit higher. It's really hard because, like I was telling, like in my previous classes, we have a lot, like we have a list of over 100 people on Nosy Neighbor. So like we have so many leads that are getting information, and it's hard to know when they're gonna pop, right? But I would say between, I would even say 2 to 3 actually. Like we do a lot in Nature Locator because our scripts and just how we propose things are just kind of there. Right now, like I've given some of my good ones just to Jadel and all that stuff because that's he's newer. So I just have been, just dealing with newer people. So let's call this person here.
Hello?
Hey Pamela, how you doing?
Are you?
I'm good. It's actually just Nick Moretti giving you a shout. I think we spoke about last month.
We've sold and bought.
Oh, did you already? Okay, no problem. Awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
pardon? Yeah.
no worries. Because I know last time we spoke, you had COVID and you weren't feeling well. So I just wanted to see how you're doing.
Yeah. And then since Mother's Day, we've sold and we've bought.
Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
See, I'm not on it. Lost a sale in the buy.
Down with them all.
That's on me though. Those sting.
Pardon?
I said that stings just because there's money here and it's just. Well, I mean, at the end of the day,
you dropped the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens is drop the ball. And if you look at your call attempts and activities, you can say, well, I did everything I could, or nope, drop the ball.
Right. And I clearly dropped the ball on that one. So it is what it is. But just to go show you that, look, that was 10 calls. If I caught her earlier, that would have been one great call. You know what I mean?
Okay. Tara's asking, and Nick, if do you block time for each day for your calls? And if you are, do you have a time?
Yeah, I used to, but
sporadic?
Well, yeah, just because like I get a lot more referral base and I have other lead gens that pull through too. So, this is really great, but it's really hard for me to be on top of everything. And we've been having like 3 to 6 listings every month. So plus buyers. So it's just, I've been at full capacity really. So
yeah. When you were blocking time, what did it look like?
2-3 hours a day.
And then do you have a time of day that you found to be most successful for you as far as getting calls?
Yeah, like I feel like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are good to call, but really, like this is what I've been telling Jadel, like, and Kayla, like at the end of the day, if you have time, just call. Don't worry about, it's this time to do it. I think you just need to call. And if you don't have someone that is ready to talk right now, just, schedule a task for you on your label stuff. So you can know that, okay, Thursday, I call in the afternoon. This is one of my calls that I need to do.
You can also do so if you're calling somebody during the day and they're like, sorry, I'm at work, you put a night call tag on them. So it's one of your communication tags, it's night call. That way, if you step at your desk in the evening, so let's say after 4, 5, 6, 7, you can easily pull up all your leads that have the tag night call because you know that they've expressed they're at work during the day. So you have a better chance of getting a hold of them in the evening.
Totally. I think that works really well. I'm going to do things a little differently here. Okay, I'll call some other leads. Like those are leads that were obviously coming in, so I'll call.
what's going on? I think we lost Nick on here. While we wait for Nick to pop on, anyone that does do calls on here, what is your approach when you guys are calling a lead and let's say they already bought or sold? Do you quickly get off the phone? Do you continue talking to them? How do you approach that yourself? So Tara is asking me, on average with your clients now, do you find most of them have success with calls? I find that it's a mixed bag for sure. There's a lot of individuals that are newer to this, right? I've even had, there's actually a lot of realtors in here that have been in real estate for a long time, but lead generation is something new to them. So it's a different conversation. As much as they may be comfortable on the phone, generally speaking, it's a little bit different. So it's figuring out exactly what to say to these individuals, and ultimately it's being relaxed. So yes, people definitely, they have success with calls when it comes to being able to convert, for sure. But again, it comes back to being comfortable on the phone and just treating it like a conversation, right? So when we're treating it like a conversation, that's when you're going to find that much more success with it. But most of the people I see, they are calling when I'm jumping into any system and doing a refresh training or anything like that. They are calling. The magnitude of their calls isn't anywhere near where it should be in the majority of cases, but they are calling. They are calling. They're doing their best, or they're getting discouraged. So sometimes they get discouraged. So you can see the number of calls that they're making definitely pulls back.
For sure. And guys, sorry about that. I don't know what happened to my internet connection, but basically, yeah, like honestly, if you're having like right now, those calls were tough. So right now I'm switching it up to calling people who are just online, so they're a little bit more motivated to talk.
Mm-hmm.
On right now.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I'm just saying, Tara's just saying, I personally have always found that if I let the lead direct the call, they feel more at ease. Yeah, absolutely. Right. And that's again going back into open-ended questions as well, and kind of steering it so you can give them the lead. Some people are definitely more willing to talk to you, and they just like everything just comes out. They're chatty Cathys, and then there's definitely those ones as well where you can tell, you can identify that there's that little bit of hostility, that they're very cautious. They've got the guards up, so they're a little bit more hesitant. So we have to work a little bit harder to get them to drop those walls and open up to us, and so that they can get to that point where they can feel at ease to have those conversations.
Totally.
But that goes back on providing a service, not trying to sell these people. We're not trying to write a contract just for the first call.
I would wait 24 hours, or like if you have time. Like I don't like to call people right away based on Estella's question. I like to just wait more, so like about 18 to 24 hours just to chat with them. I feel like if you call them right away, I feel like their guard's going to be super up, because it's just like, imagine if you're walking to a store and you start seeing something and picking up something, and then the rep comes right at you saying, hey, do you need help? Like, you're gonna be like, no, just looking, right? So we want to try to avoid that.
Well, and I think it even goes back to that time where this is like when I was a kid. Many of the retail stores out there, their associates also had commission incentives, right? So, and you could tell as soon as you walked into the store that there was commission involved. And you didn't trust them because they're like, oh yeah, that shirt looks amazing. And you could look like a clown in the shirt, but they're going to make money off of it. So they're going to say whatever they can to get you to buy it. So I think even the way for maybe our older generations here that experience that, how we perceive those salespeople is slightly different because we experienced that back in the day. I obviously, most of us have an understanding now that I'm going to say probably almost all of them have no commission base anymore. But People are just genuinely ready to help you when you're ready to help them, or they're ready when you need the help. And it's just treating the same like with your leads, right? Just being ready to help them when they're ready to have you help them, right?
For sure.
We can't force our services on someone. Yeah. Priyanka is saying, I'm very frustrated with leads. I don't want to share any information. If I talk to listing agents, I have no clue about them. It takes so much of my day and space in my own dashboard. Seriously thinking to switch them off. Your thoughts, please. The rental.
I wouldn't be doing rentals, like personally, just because, and that's me though, right? Just because it's hard. But the problem is like people who are renting are just trying to find the best deal. And if you're not that person, it's hard. And plus also too on MLS, we don't have as many options as Facebook Messenger or a Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, and all those other things, which at the end of the day, they don't pay commission for. So what I would be trying to do is try to focus more so on buyers and sellers so that, it's a relationship based and then you can get more wins. Because right now rentals are hard. I was even telling Jadal has his first rental that he's dealing with and they're just kind of wishy-washy. And that's most people, unfortunately, unless they sold and they're paying whatever, a month just to get it done.
Yeah, this is more conversation based. So she's talking to them. They're just not willing to share much information. Right. So again, just treat it like a conversation, right? It's like, oh, okay, that's awesome. You guys thinking about, finding a new place to live, right? We don't have to dig and pry. Again, just have a conversation, be relaxed. When you could care less about the outcome, your nerves on the call are going to be that much more calm, which is going to relay back into the lead, right? If we're uptight and we're still developing our skills, the lead is going to basically reflect that same kind of energy back to you, right? So if we're kind of short and what have you, and just keep it going. The key is just keep that conversation going as long as you can. And again, okay, I just want to be a service to you. I want to make sure I'm sending you the right properties for lease, right? Here's what I have, right? So sometimes when you say, this is what I want to do for you, then their walls start to drop because now they say, okay, she's just helping me set this up, right? So you got to kind of feed the energy and know you want to still get information out of them, but sometimes you can't, right? And they're not ready to talk to you, and it is what it is.
For sure.
Roger is saying he starts with an intro email, then calls within 1 to 2 days, ask if they are getting value and what else I can provide to help them with their search, provide comps in an area, tailor their search to a new drip, add them to my monthly mailer. Nice.
That's it. Like, honestly, all you're doing is just reaching out. And remember, that's why I lead with personality, because personality will get you a little bit further than just asking the questions. Because you're like, oh, wow, I'm just talking to someone, right? Like, that's kind of how it works. Like I was saying, rentals are tough just because they're tough, right? Like,
yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I remember when I first started, I focused on rentals, and then I didn't do a lot of purchases and sales just because I was so focused on the rentals and the immediate satisfaction it gives you, right? But once you start shifting your mindset and you're saying that, okay, I'm gonna only work with buyers and sellers, you're really shifting that mindset to the world and letting people know that this is what you do, right? And I'm not saying people who do rentals are a bad thing. It's just they're just a lot more tougher because, in my experience, just like you were saying, like they don't want to help themselves, or like you ask for documents up front and they don't want to do that. And like personally, I'm not showing 5 houses. Like this just happened to Jadal. He was showcasing a few houses, didn't get the paperwork. When they got the paperwork, guess what? It was too late and they lost the opportunity. And now you're going back to the drawing board where you're just wasting your time and energy. Well, not wasting, but like it's just a slow game, right? But you have to just kind of deal with, your poison, right? Like if lease is your thing, then lease is your thing. If you're dealing with buys and sells are your thing. But the thing is what money do you have to put into buyers? It's just time and effort, just like leases. And if anything, you're learning how to figure out what is a good value of a property when you're searching and sending handpicked listings. Listings, I understand, you got to put money into that. But if it's a purchase, like it's the same thing. You just got to do a little bit more work on finding, okay, when was the furnace done? What was the AC? When was the roof done last? Has there been any water leaks? Like you know? So there's so many other questions you got to do, but I think it's the same thing personally. This is personally.
I'm sending
So,
that to you, Nick. Nick, I am sending that to you. It's a private message.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But everyone together, you just really put on, it's just any conversation, whether it's a buyer, it's a seller, it's a rental, it's just be relaxed in that conversation, right? And the more you do it, the more relaxed you are going to be all around. It's just sparking a conversation, getting comfortable in your skin with what you're doing. Don't overthink it. Right, a lot of us overthink it. We're anxious for the transaction on that call, and not everyone's willing to talk to us. Or again, if we're developing our skill and we're a little bit uneasy with how we're talking, the lead itself is going to reflect that similar energy right back at you. Right, so even just practice listening back to your phone calls. Listen to your calls that you've had if you're using the dialer. That's a great starting point to see how you may be being perceived on the other end. Right? You can even take those calls and have somebody listen and say, hey, what would you suggest? Or I know Beverly will do that. She'll listen to some calls. And if we want to dissect some calls and saying what could have been, how could this have been handled a little bit differently when the person responded like this? How could I have responded differently? Or what could I have said differently to get a different response? But again, everyone's different. It only comes comfort. Once you keep doing it, you're going to be more comfortable, and you're going to get better results with whoever you're calling.
Yeah.
Right. And like, you know, I'm sure Nick, when he first picked up the phone, he was nervous, like most of us. Right.
The only way you're going to get better is consistently calling, and then once you start calling, you know, then you get to, you know, a better confident level where it's a lot more easier, and you're just picking up the phone just to do your work, right? Like where it's like, oh, I don't want to call this person. But it's funny because I don't know if you guys get this, but sometimes when I don't want to call someone, I have this like fear in my mind, but when I call them, it ends up turning into being such a great lead. So I use that, and I call that's my spidey sense, where it's like, okay, if I don't really want to call them, then there's probably something here that has maybe happened, and usually those calls are really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'd like to get into our own headspace, that's for sure, and it's mindset, right? That's all it is.
Right.
You tell yourself, you got this. I got this. Let's do this.
Exactly.
It works. Did you want to try a couple more, Nick?
Sure.
Got a couple minutes, and then I think the questions have dropped. I was trying to pull. Do you log in your system when you mark somebody as sold? Do you do it always in your system?
Yeah, if they're from there.
Yeah.
Here. If they're from there, yeah.
Why don't you filter based on your number 2 filter?
Yeah, I will. Sorry, I just have I'm seeing all 3 of us, right? So I'm just trying to make sure I'm not calling someone else's.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I've done that before.
Okay. You just add yourself as a filter. So you just click on the magnifying glass and then click
smart.
that, and then you go apply, and then it's going to show you everyone in that list. So you've got 23 in that list.
Okay. This is going to probably be a little bit better. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? I'm good. It's actually just Nick Moretti giving you a shout. How have you been? I'm good. I just want to connect with you because, you know, I know last time we chatted, you were still in the early stages, and you're probably still in the information stage right now. But I just want to make sure that I'm sending you things that you want to see. just to give you a little bit more information about the market and what's kind of happening, because there's a lot more value in the market right now. Because I know, yeah, yeah, no worries. But I know last time we chatted, you just want to be an hour or an hour and a half away from Whitby, you know? Is that still kind of the plan? Yeah, okay, cool. Have you seen anything that was kind of like anything that caught your eye at all? Just so I can get a little bit of a better idea of, you know, kind of what your style of home that you want to get as your next property when the time comes? Okay, okay. Yeah, because I think I have. No, no, for sure. I definitely need two bathrooms too, you know? You don't want everyone just to go into your own personal bathroom when you have company over. So I totally understand. Yeah, no worries. Anytime, don't worry. Yeah, no problem. Oh, no worries, no worries. But yeah, so I know that you're on break and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I know that you were kind of looking between three bedrooms, two bathrooms, and we put you on like between 5 to 1.2. Is that kind of the range you still want to be at, or did you want me to tighten that up in any way? As lower as possible. No, I totally understand. Do you know what you kind of like? Are you only looking for detaches in your next house, or are you looking for like semis and attached? No, it's okay. No worries. I was just saying that. Do you think that you would like only detached houses, or would you consider other ones as well? D, D. Oh, sorry, detached. No, detached. Are you only looking for detaches? Yeah, for sure. Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying. For sure, for sure. If you don't mind me asking, where are you now? Are you in? You're not. Are you still in Pontypool or? Okay. 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 I totally understand. Well, you know what? Right now is probably the best time for buyers just because in the last 2.5 years, it's been like a heavy sellers market, which means that, you list and it's been selling like 500K, 600K over asking, right? Now what's happening is as interest rates are rising, there's more opportunities right now in the market because it's cooled things off a little bit, and now prices have come down in the last two months. The average price in Durham regions come down about 150 to 180K average price, which is really good for buyers because buyers need it, you know, and especially as renting, it's a great opportunity to start building your own wealth again, you know. Have you like because generally if you're looking for detached houses, like are they looking for something like because if they're looking to be at like Clarington or Oshawa, you can get like a three-bedroom, three-bathroom within like an 8 to 900 thousand dollar range. But if it's going to be less than that, like let's say 6 to 8, those are more like attached or semis. You could get a detached, but it's just a little bit of an older house. But as first-time buyers, I would try to get something as move-in ready as possible. But there are opportunities though. Yeah, no, I totally understand. But there are opportunities. No, it's good. I live in Bowmanville, so I bought almost 3 years ago. Thank God I did, because who would have known that this stuff would have happened, and especially COVID and all that stuff. But there are some really good opportunities right now, and have they been pre-approved? No. Yeah, yeah, Kyle, right? Kyle was our person that helped.
So many information
Yeah,
because it just seems
did he
not
send?
realistic right now.
Oh, well, I think that was back in December and January, right? I think now is like we're back in May. So things have changed. The banks have, yes, tightened up a little bit, but they're a little bit more lenient on certain things as well too. As long as your son and his wife are working, I think that there's still opportunity, but I think it's a good idea to get pre-approved and kind of know where that number is. Like, what did Kyle say? Did
Well,
he say?
she's not working because she's just trying to get her Canadian status
Okay.
right now because she's from Texas, but he's full time at GM.
Oh, nice. Just throwing it out, would you consider going on title with your son just to help you both kind of out, and at least that helps qualify?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think that would be a great opportunity for you guys to do that. If you guys are open to it, because I know every family is different, right? So if you're open to it, that's always great. But what I can do is, I can definitely update your search criteria, and now I have a better understanding of what you're kind of looking for. So more first-time buyer type of homes.
You know what else I was thinking too? If we continue to rent, if there was like such a not too far away, a cottage that's affordable for everybody to go to, that's kind of like at least 3 seasons.
For sure. I think that's a good idea.
I'll just have a place for everyone to go to.
Yeah. Can I be honest with you, Wendy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think personally that's a great idea. But what we've been trying to do to help build, clients' wealth, like even your wealth and stuff in the future, just understanding a little bit more of your scenario, I think it's good. If you choose to rent and then you just want to get a 3 seasons, that's a great scenario if you want to do that. But also to build you wealth, I think it'd be really good for you guys to purchase like something that's move-in ready with you and your son until the wife gets, her passport to be a full-time Canadian. Because then they can probably take you off title when that time comes. And then now you guys build wealth. And now you guys can pull a little bit of money from your equity line credit. And now you can probably get a 4-season cottage. And now you have 2 properties that you own, So I think something like that will really help you. And I've helped a lot of first-time buyers start building wealth and build their lifestyle and like the dream home that they want to get. Obviously, it's not now, but it's stepping stones.
Right. Okay, that's great. So if you can figure, at least more what we're looking for, that'd be great.
Yeah, so I'll update that list to attach semis, detach, and links, and I'll put it up to 800 if that's okay for you right now, just to kind of give you a little bit more. But then in the meantime, I can get Kyle to reach out to you again if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah, just to kind of go over numbers and such. And then also I'm local in the area. If you want to kind of get to know me a little bit more, or I can go in, like if we can meet at a coffee shop, I can give you a little bit more of the stats and kind of showcase. And plus, you get to put a face to the name, which I think is great,
Exactly, yeah. And then you can teach me how to get totally in a position for it too.
Yeah.
To buy a home.
Yeah, and that's really what it is.
I hate not owning a home. I hate it.
Yeah, because it's not yours, and like you have to ask permission for certain things when you've been a homeowner for a very long time, so it feels a little different on your end,
Oh yeah, it's not fun, that's for sure.
No, but you know what? I've helped a lot of people in your scenario, and it's really just planning. Like I know a lot of people just want instant stuff to happen, which I do too. But sometimes, especially with real estate, especially when we're dealing with bigger money, it just takes a little bit longer to do. But it doesn't mean that it's not impossible. If anything, it shows that it is possible. It's just maybe expectations have to switch a little bit, and the plan might have to switch a little bit. But as soon as you have that plan,
Sorry, and I've been 35 years at the same job right now, and I don't have car payments. So it would be nice while before my car breaks down.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I know a car payment isn't good.
Yeah.
For a mortgage, but it'd be nice to get approved before that happens.
Do you guys have a little bit of money down? Like, would you guys be putting 5, 10, or 20% down if you guys purchased a house?
That's the hard part. I have a lot of like open credit, but like more on credit cards and line of credit.
Yep.
And I have just 11,000 in saving in tax-free savings,
That's
but
awesome.
not.
Congrats. Like it's hard to save, especially in this world right now. So like that's a good pocket. And I think at the end of the day, it's more planning on how we can get you in with the 5%, to be honest with you. I started with 5%. There's nothing wrong with that. And if anything, there's a little bit of more things that could help when you're dealing with that on that end, because some lenders do have first-time buyer packages, which can help, right? But maybe also too, getting a 2 or 3 bedroom condo unit as well. If you don't have, the bigger budget for those type of houses, I think that would still be good too. Because remember, it's just a stepping stone, Wendy.
Right.
But what I can do is I'll update the list because I know you're on your break and I know you had your coffee and stuff. But if it's okay, maybe we can touch base later on this week or over the weekend. And then maybe if you're open to it, we can meet sometime next week and just kind of get an idea of like where you're at and how we can assess it and how we can build you a winning strategy.
Sounds good. I'm going away for 3 weeks on Tuesday to BC.
BC,
so,
that's awesome.
But I can meet with you when I come back.
Sure, yeah, no problem. We'll be in touch.
I'm coming back like June 20th.
Okay, no problem. Are you going there for work or do you have family down there?
I have my long distance relationship.
Oh, you're living the dream. Nice. Well, you deserve it. I hope you enjoy it. And, when we come back, I look forward to meeting you. And if you do see anything that you do like, just let me know that you like it, just so I have a better understanding of what you're looking at, so that when you do come back,
perfect.
I already know what you're looking for and I can get it done.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, my
That's
pleasure.
great.
Thanks so much, Wendy, and I hope you have a great day. Safe travels, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
So that was a good call.
Yeah,
we
just didn't hear the first half.
Yeah.
So I'll download that call, or even if I'll find it in your system. If I have trouble, I'll reach out. But then I can download the call itself, and I'll include it in the email that goes out, so people can hear the call from start to finish.
Sure. Yeah. So that one was a good one. I've been talking to her for a little bit. She's been on and off, but a few highlights from that call. It's more of like, so when we first talked, she wanted up to 1.2. So like now I understand why some of the stuff didn't work and why she wasn't landing. And now diving a little bit deeper, now I know where she's at, financially and what she's looking for. But I was able to connect my mortgage broker with her, which is great. She's open to, and like, this is thinking outside the box, right? She's open to meeting with me for coffee so I can meet her. She gets a sense of who I am and what I do and how it can help, right? And that's what we've learned to do on some of the buyers, because not everyone's the same. And some people, in order to break down those walls, you just need to kind of like take them out for coffee and kind of break down the system, get them to understand who you are, what you do. And then once they see that you're legit, they will start letting you know.
Because I'm motivated with the process as well, right? It's like things are actually progressing, because we tend to stick into the same little pattern that we're in, because it's a big thing to make a move, right? It's not a simple process by any means. So sometimes we have to get the ball rolling. We have to kind of give them that little push to make the jump, and so that we can continue to move forward.
Totally. Yeah. So that's kind of it. I mean, awesome. And that's where it is. You keep calling. I get one call that's like gold, and that's all you need to do, right? Yeah. As long as you get 5 of them a day, like you're laughing. It just takes time.
Yeah.
But don't lose faith in the process.
No, exactly. Just you had a couple that weren't necessarily willing to chat with you, and then you ended up with one that was, right? So it's all a numbers game. It's a numbers game.
Exactly.
And it depends on people's moods sometimes as well, right? We're not all in peachy moods all the time. So
I know, it's true.
It's like you can't expect that just because today they were a little bit, short with you, doesn't mean that the next time you reach out to them that they're not going to be willing to have a conversation with you, right?
Totally understand. And that's kind of where it's at,
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Nick, today for
Anytime.
this. This is awesome. Yeah. I guess we're 2 weeks out from now, so we'll see you guys all again then.
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.